we establish a foothold, we are happy, we can get into the system anytime, and now it is time to escalate privileges. So for the bad guys, to the victim, they want to go in, they want to compromise more, they want to escalate their privileges so they can get access to more, better, juicier parts of the network, right? So if somebody has been hacked and they're an administrator, then they take over that administrative privileges if they know that account, right? But then if they say if they took somebody else's account, then they try to install certain hard softwares, and only admin privileges can install. So now they try to create accounts. They try to move and get more privileges. The main goal here is that attackers can now they can also if they have admin access, they can dump password hashes, they can get access to that, and that's where the escalating of privileges into plays actually a vital role. Basically, what are they going to do next? They're going to do some exploits to escalate privileges, right? A low-level user is going to be an admin, so they kind of bump the privileges down there too. And basically, the hackers, they'll be able to gain access on your sensitive servers, or the victim sensitive servers. And for example, if they get admin account, and they can reuse in another server, and they can easily get access to other assets, and that's why common practice is admin accounts. You protect the password, you segregate privileges. You don't have one admin for all. You rotate passwords. But once the bad guys, they have it, you don't know about it. Now you have their admin privileges. They can dump the hashes from the passwords in the windows. And then the windows and the password, they are stored as a hash, and you can dump them from memory. But you need to be an administrator to do that. So once they are dumping the password hash, then they get more privileges, and the reason here is to escalate their privileges further up, right? And you can even control the Active Directory domain, which is where where all, I would say, those of you who are familiar, Active Directory is basically, it controls all your user accounts, right, through ADFS. So Active Directory is, when they're controlling Active Directory, the game is over, I would say. Now they have full access to everything. And obviously, the bad guys, they're gonna kind of laterally move within a network, and as I said, they will reuse the accounts. They'll move between the different assets in a company. They'll basically go out and identify and try to exploit normally and escalate privileges, and that's the reason here, right? The APT hacking team are very advanced hackers. So again, that's like if there's a APT malware, APT attack being launched, a lot of companies don't even come to know. So they use very advanced techniques here, right? So once you are the bad guys have got administration access, they can dump hashes from other systems, and they can also use this can also be used for multiple attacks. All right. So escalating privileges is something one of the most common attacks used by APTs. Your APTs like APT1, which we are going to describe in the second phase also in this particular class. Basically, you get the hash from a specific password, and you get that hash from the memory, and you don't need to know the password. You just reply the hash, or you just take the hash and apply it to the authentication system or onto the next server, and you're going to get access to it. So by doing this, and this is called pass the hash, or hash injection also. So you can kind of do hash injection that way, and get you don't even need to know the password. Take the hash and use it there. Or you can get the hash and crack it. If you're not going to go past the hash method or hash injection method, you can actually get the hashes and crack them by using techniques like rainbow tables, and there are other cracking strategies which are offline cracking strategies, right? They're like using rainbow tables. And then at this point, you definitely have the password from the administrator in order to break into the system. All right. All right. So next, let me get you familiar with some of the tools which are which kind of help you doing getting passwords and so forth, and getting the hashes and all these things, right? And these are your escalation privileges tools, right? And these basically, the first one is your FG dump, and it is a very well-known tool actually in the public, and it's you can download it. It's available. Another one is PW dump, which probably is one of the most famous tools, and it is used to dump your hashes from memory. Then you have GSEC dump. Then there are other tools called Mimkats, and so we're going to actually talk about some tools later on, and maybe I'll get you familiar with them in some exercise which we do too, some labs or something like that. All right. But it's good to know these tools, get familiar with them, understand, from an attacker standpoint, understand from a victim standpoint, understand from an APT standpoint, like what will they encompass, right? But also the user who also launch these attacks have different strains, right? Different tools. For example, APT1 group, they have their own password hash dumping tool, and they don't kind of rely on any of these which I just mentioned to you. So that is the strategy down there. So they have their own processes, own ways of kind of going forward and conducting their escalating privileges through their tools. And this could be variants, or there could be strains of tools which are available, but they've totally wired it very specific to their need.